Yeah, welcome. We're about 10 minutes early. Not a problem. Let's see here. We need to turn this a little bit. Going to work on cap strips and parts and pieces and that kind of stuff. Oh boy. Okay, I've cut up, I don't know, about 5 foot, maybe 4 foot of cap strips. Maybe more than that. I don't know. I make my cap strips 3/16 of an inch wide. And the reason for that is it's a 16th off of each one of these, meaning you're leaving one panel off of cap strips. It doesn't sound like much, but if you do that a bunch of times, the airplane's lighter. So let's see what we got going here. Need to find the knife again. There we go. You don't want to force these cap strips in either. That's how you get a warped wing. You want them just so they slip right in. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was moving over to this. There we go. I don't measure them. I just cut by eye. Let me get the glue. Off camera, I cut the trailing edge off and glued a new piece on and sanded it out because that other piece would have taken putty. And how I did that was I planed it off. I just kept planing and planing and planing until it was gone. Of course the bottle's clogged. Why wouldn't it be any different? Now I just put glue on the ends of them. That's it. And then after I get them all on there, we'll turn it over and we'll glue them from the other side. But don't forget to glue them because when the silk span is on there and it's pulling, you'll get a bowed cap strip, and you wouldn't believe how much strength these cap strips add to the wing. When I'm judging appearance, I'm looking for the details like this. Are the cap strips flush? Are there any gaps? So, damn that. Yeah, I would have had to putty this whole trailing edge had I not replaced it with a new piece of wood. So this is video 7 in the series. So we got at least 7 hours invested in building this. more than I thought it would take, but I don't know. I guess anymore everything takes longer than you think. Go on, you. It didn't stick. What's the story? Why do the gnats always have to fly in your face? Aggravating little bastard. Come on. Yep, if you cut these too big, it'll warp your wing. Okay, right there. I can't, you have to force it down. No, that's no good. So you sand it until it fits or cut a new one. There we go. That's an acquired skill too, a feel to see how much it takes to push in there. If it takes too much, you didn't do it right. And you should be able to build 2 airplanes out of 1 bottle of glue, not 2 bottles of glue per airplane. Maybe 3 airplanes out of 1 bottle of glue. I would suggest you buy some of them snorkels. Hey, yeah, we're getting there. I haven't done any work. Well, I did sand that trailing edge off and replace it. I haven't done any work off camera on it. Remember, the better your woodwork, the better the finish is going to be. The easier it is to finish, the lighter the finish, whatever. It's a whole lot of things. Because you don't have to use putty. Superfill is light, but nothing is better. Like if you look at this trailing edge here, before it had a step in it. Well, I was either going to have to glue on another piece of wood over the top of it because the people who made the kit made the trailing edge a 1/16 of an inch too narrow. So I just cut a, I don't know, 3/4 or 1 inch wide piece and glued it on after I planed off the trailing edge and then sanded it to the angle. But see, I'm not sure that people that make the kits build the kits with the wood they sand. I did the built the prototype kit for the Brodak shoestring, and I gave them my input. I haven't haven't seen the new kit, but I would imagine that it has the updated stuff in it that you can watch on the channel. Because there was some snafus in the engineering on that. You dog. Snafus. I hope you guys are, while you watch me, are building along with me. I think you can feel that transition right there. We'll get to that with this little sanding block with the 180 on it. And then come back with 320 and so on and so forth and get it all smooth. I think we're going to put in the, even though the kit doesn't call for the shear webbing and the trailing edge, I think I'm going to do that anyway. Maybe not to the extent they do on a lost foam wing where every space is covered, but we'll get some in there anyway. That one was perfect. Perfect. Another perfect one. Yeah, these videos are kind of slow and boring. But what you got to do if you want to build airplanes is, yo, We got the yeoman out there. I'm gonna have to make. I gotta go Monday and get some breather cloth. I'm gonna have to make some tanks and do a carbon video because that's what I'm gonna be doing next week. I got an order for 2 tanks that I gotta fill, and I don't have any breather cloth, so I gotta go get some. Okay, so now here's the hard one. Got a lot of dangles in it. Let's glue that one in, and then I can tack this here. I think we're going flying Monday. It's supposed to be decent weather, no wind. Might do a flying video if we get out there. This has really been a terrible year. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a windy Nats this year. I know that's not what you guys want to hear, but okay, they're all cut and they're all tacked on there, so we'll go from behind here and glue them in. I got both sides to do. Evening, I am waiting on. Let's see. I got it before I read that. I got to finish these out so I don't lose my place. Two more, then I'll read it. Okay, evening. I am waiting on a prop to fly the vector. Oh, prop collet. Hey, Robert. Hey, Shoeless Joe. Steve probably got it. I gave all my electric stuff to Steve. Call him. He's probably got one. Now, little block. First thing you want to do is just blend that in. You can hear the CA, the rocks in the CA, and you just stand so you don't hear them no more, and then you know it's parallel and even. We'll do both sides, except right there. Oh, I got it. You don't want to sand one rib, you want to sand two so it stays parallel. Then we're going to go around to the back. I'm getting dented up over here. Whatever this is. Like dents in it. Giving up all my secrets, so you guys better pay attention. I don't know if you could hear that, but the minute it changed tone is the time to stop sanding. Now listen. Right there. Damn that. This guy really likes me. And before I cover, I'll take a long bar across the whole wing of just a few swipes before I start sanding with 320 to make sure they're all perfect, across. You have to get it wherever you can get it. Balsa USA, National Balsa, Bud Nosing. Good balsa wood is hard to come by. There, we got it. This was a kit. Now I have changed out some wood in the thing to lighten it up. But this was a kit, a Randy Smith kit. Which I normally don't build kits, but I figured I'd put this together. This is a kind of a tribute plane. This airplane, I believe, was won at FCM. 6 for $1 tickets. And John wasn't going to build it. And he opened the box and looked at the wood and probably took the good wood out. And had it left over, so I'm building it for him. We'll fly it for John. I really miss that guy because we went everywhere together. But shit happens. If you look at that one intro that I got, there was Gary Hayjack in there. I knew him 35 years, I guess. I don't know, maybe more. I'm still building airplanes from the wood he gave me. Come on, you. Why do you not want to go down there? Gee. Maybe we'll lay out the tips tonight. There's probably a day's worth of carving on that. I probably will not show that online because it's just a lot of dust. I'll show the shaping, but not the hollowing because it's messy and noisy. Come on, you. Ah. There it is. Hey, thank you, Wayne. Oh, are you a new member or a returning member? Because I thought you were a member at one time. I've had people gift memberships, which was cool. I think what I'm going to do besides this is when I go back to John's, I'm going to pick up his Takano molds. That was the airplane that he was most proud of, his Takano, and build one. Thank you, Wayne. Or is it Lisa? I don't know. Probably Wayne. Okay, let's do the shear webs in the back. Let's do that. So we want to get rid of that and go to this camera here. So we're going to cut a long piece and we're going to cut it to the widest one here. We got 2 and 3/32. Yeah. Yep. No, 2, a little bit more. Yeah, I'll cut them. Thank you, Gary. So we'll cut them 2 and 3/32 and sand them to fit. Two and 3/32. 2, or it's just big enough. 2 and 3/32. Scrap wood. I'll be glad to get this off the bench so I can move around. Damn that. Now there is a way to do this. Thank you. There is a way to set this up and cut them square each time. But hello, there's the ice cream man. But I'm not going to go through that. We're just going to cut each one separately, and if it ain't square, it's close enough. Okay, the distance between this is, let's do it in 64s. It is rather large. Probably going to have to sand each one of these. 7/8. Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Come on, get your ass in there. Yep. Too big. That's so close. But here again, if you force these in, you can warp the wing. So don't force anything. This is a case where it's better to be too loose than too tight. There we go. Let's see if you can see it. It'll fall right in. One. Shit. Gonna take a while here. I think I need to cut it 64th less. So 64th. It's going to be 54 64s. No, 55 64s. That with a knife. $55 64s. I got to remember that. Go ahead and glue that one in. oddball. It's 56/64, but it's kind of like me in shirts. I tried to explain to Mark Weiss today. My shirt size is a medium, but if I buy a medium shirt and I wash it, it's too small. And if I, they give me a shirt that's a large, it's too big until I wash it. So I'm right there in the middle, and that's just what that thing was. So we'll make it 56/64 or 7/8 for you guys. And I'll sand it because that one was a little loose, but better loose than no. Got to turn it this way. There we are. I mean, I could set up a jig and cut all these things real quick, but because the bench is taken up with boxes and foam and all, I just don't have any room to work. So I got to do it this way. But if I can build a airplane in a motel room, certainly I can do it here. You would not believe how much more strength this gives the airplane by boxing this in. What happens is that by boxing this in, that basically gives you a 1.5 inch wide, 7/8, no, 1 inch thick solid piece. Only, the strength of the solid piece, I don't know. It's hard to explain. You can engineer things to make them super strong and super light. Sure wish this wasn't an oddball size. If it was 1 inch or 3/4, I got a template that I could just go with. But I didn't design this airplane, so. Randy Smith. Basically, it's an SV11. And we'll get a little done tonight. We'll get a little done tonight. I might get one side done. Okay, here we got a different issue. It's a little too long. Just by one of the red ones, but it's still too long. There it is. Let's see how much this thing weighs. See if it's coming up in weight. Should be around 8 ounces. Let's see if we can get the scale to work. Where is that foam block? There it is. Yeah. Seven ounces. Yeah, 7 ounces. Not bad, not great, but not bad. Need some new batteries, and that is what the deal is. Are you guys enjoying this series? I mean, it's very boring, kind of slow, but I just don't know what else to bring you guys. We're going to fill all these in out here, just like this here. I smell something good. Okay, 7/8. Again, we'll sand to fit. Or 56/64. Your preference. Let's cut a bunch of them. That way I can just fit them. We know that's what size they are. I need how many here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I need 6. So 5 more. Crap. Three more. Better make sure this is the right size before I block them all out at this size. Yep. Yep, it is. And don't, if you're going to cut a bunch of pieces out, don't use one piece and then move on to, use that piece that you cut out as the template, because you get more stack tolerance. It'll keep growing. It'll grow bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's two more. Okay, got 5. Is that what I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Need one more. 6. Okay. While you're on you listen to me while I'm on the road too. Oh, great. You a truck driver? I did that for a while. No, thank you. Ain't never home to build airplanes. I never tried to build an airplane in a truck, but I'm sure I could do it if I really wanted to. Now that is super long. We're going to cut that. We're going to cut a 64th off it. And sand it. There's that damn nut back again. Yeah. Go find somebody else to bug. This was not on the plans to do this. Of course, neither was the compression spar. But it adds, those two things add so much strength to the wing. You work on gas station equipment all over North Carolina and South Carolina. Did you know Rusty? Did you know Bill Little? They're both gone, but they're right there. What an odd name for a huge guy, Bill Little. I mean, he was huge. Super nice guy, though. I need to go through and prune out the vendor's corner and prune out the names of the guys who I know have passed away. Alan Brickhouse, Jim Lynch, Bill Little. I just find it hard to do. Clancy Arnold, or not Clancy. I'm not I haven't heard from Clancy in a while, but Schultze, that's who I'm thinking of. And Phil Granderson, there's a bunch of them. Bob Whiteley. You'll notice that I quit commenting on people who have passed away. It's too hard to do. Gary Hajak's gone. I mean, there's so many people that are gone. Got to recruit new people. I think my dinner is going to be ready around 8 o'clock. I was going to stay on longer. I'll run until I get this done, which is not very much longer. I try to keep the streams around an hour. First off, that keeps my metrics up. And second off, I don't want to bore you to death. And third off, it's hard to talk to myself for an hour, let alone for 2 hours. I mean, I have done it, but I must have grew this because each one of these is about 64th to a 32nd too long. But better too long than too short. I got lots of taking off tools. I just don't have any stretching tools. Nope, still a little much. Be real careful here because probably 1/28 too long. I didn't have the pleasure to know them. If you go back and look at the old Hangout host, it was first Rusty, and he lived in Huntersville or around there. And then came Charles, and Charles quit hosting. I mean, he did it for quite a few years. This is a hard thing to do for no money. So if you'd like to host my Monday and Friday night hangouts, send me a private message. I would love to have another host because it's hard for me to do it all. I mean, I do these videos every day. I watch the forum every day to try to make sure it's running right. I'm not posting much anymore because it's easier for me to talk than type, so I need a 16th. I know that there's some guys like Wayne Wiley's upset that I don't post over there all the pictures anymore. I just don't have the time. The reason why I don't make edited videos is because I don't have the time. Because if this was an edited video, it would be the time it takes to make this times 3. And if you don't believe me, ask Dan Winship. Now, I've known Danny since the 90s. I mean, we weren't real close until here recently, but I mean, I'd see him at the meets, you know. It's good to have a friend you can bounce ideas off of. I didn't get that one pushed down enough. We'll just have to cut that off. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, that's going to do it for this evening. We went an hour and 5 minutes. And if you just work on your airplane an hour a day, pretty soon it'll be done. I can't explain it to you. If you stand in front of the bench long enough, it's going to get finished. As long as you're doing something. If you're sitting there watching me, you won't get nothing done. But if you're watching TV, nothing gets done. But if you're actually working on something in a rather short period of time, I think that I can frame an entire airplane up in 40 hours. The finishing part, which I will demonstrate on this, takes at least 100. I mean, I don't know exactly how much it takes, but we'll keep track of it. I'll get this done and we'll do a separate finishing section on this airplane, and we'll see how many videos I got. The problem is all the sanding won't be on that section because the sanding is extremely boring and there's lots of it. So I do not want to bore you to death. But it's coming out good. It's 7 ounces. It's going to be a nice wing. I've got a hot wire fixture, a foam fixture to sand the leading edge because it ain't going to stay pointy like that for long. I mean, that is super pointy. I think a 5/8 radius is what it looks like on the plans, but I'm not sure. You sure do build some beautiful planes. Thanks for sharing. It's not a problem. That's the whole idea behind the channel. When I was a kid, everything was a secret. And until I came along, everything was a secret because nobody would tell you shit. And now I'll tell you anything you want to know. And I can see the difference in the planes in the time since the time that I started doing these videos. And there's some good builders out there. All I got to do is have the gumption to stand by the bench. That's it. Well, I'm rambling. Like, subscribe, and share. I'll be on tomorrow. I don't know what time. Probably earlier than today. We'll do a mid-morning type video, and I'm not sure whether we'll do a 7 o'clock. But I'm always doing something. All right, fair winds, tight lines. We'll see it. I'm going to play the Stunt Hangar outro. Let's see. Yeah, that's 8 with my song. See ya.
In the workshop, tools in hand, balsa wood, we make a stand, carving dreams from days gone by, stunt hangar planes that touch the sky, control lines tight, the engine hums, crafting art where passion drums. Stunt hangar, flying high, old world craft beneath the sky, balsa wings we build with care. Stunt hangar, join us there. Sanding smooth, the grain's just right, every cut a spark of flight. From the plans we shape the frame, each stunt plane earns its name. Engines roar, the lines pull taut, every build's a dream we've caught. Stunt hangar, flying high, old world craft beneath the sky, balsa wings we build with care. Stunt hangar, join us there. Sanding smooth, the grain's just right, every cut a spark of flight. From the plans we shape the frame, each stunt plane earns its name. Engines roar, the lines pull taut, every build's a dream we've caught. Stunt hangar, flying high, old world craft beneath the sky, balsa wings we build with care. Stunt hangar, join us there. In the field, we loop and spin, feel the pull where dreams begin. Wood and dope, the classic way. Stunt hangar keeps the past in play. Every plane a tale to tell, crafted well, we fly so swell. From the workbench to the skies, see the spark in builders' eyes. Control line stunts, we share the art. Stunt hangars where we give our heart. So grab your tools, let's build again. Stunt hangars call will never end. Balsa dreams forever free. Stunt hangars where we'll always be.
Thank you very much for interviewing me here. And yes, I am the kind of the overseer of Stunt Hangar, but it actually belongs to all the modeling. I've been doing control line about 50 years. I started at a very young age, and my father was a good provider for me. He opened a hobby shop so that I could pursue my hobby, and basically this is what's come of it. So he flew in 1948, and he got a second place at the Canadian Nationals. We have 4,500 members, and it's basically all worldwide, and that's why you folks down in, I guess, Argentina are viewing Stunt Hangar. And it started 11 years ago, and it's been a real success. When I was younger, I built, at the hobby shop, probably 3 a month, and now I'm down to about 6 a year, so about 1 every 2 months. This airplane was built in 40 days, so I don't know. I'd say it's close to 500. Well, I love control line in total. I'm not real sure on the longevity of control line because it's very hard to get younger people involved in the hobby. I'm looking that I should be able to build for the rest of my life, another 20 years anyway. Well, there's been a lot of innovations with the electrics and things that have come about. So the future control line is basically in the younger generation's hands, and now with the computer generation, and electrics, I foresee it lasting, a while longer. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share on my YouTube channel at Stunt Hangar at YouTube, and you can also go to www.stunthangar.com and register, and you'll join our control line family. So till we see you again, fair winds, tight lines. See ya.